Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I am going to be taking some of the cuttings that I have been growing inside from my hydrangeas, and I'm ready to pot them up now. So I have some at different stages of root growth. This cutting has been with me the longest. This one I took in April, about 5 months ago, and it has this nice set of roots growing in the bottom. It has sent out a couple new leaves. That's a great sign. It's ready to get in some dirt now that we have reached the fall. And then I have a couple that have only been growing, I want to say 2 months. So they have a nice little root base here. It's looking good. This might be 2.5 months. And then we have these 6 weeks. This one doesn't have much, but it has enough. Now, I could leave these in the water, but I don't want to do that forever because the water doesn't have enough nutrients for them to really keep growing. They're ready to get into some potting mix, and then I can give them a little maybe time-release fertilizer, Osmocote. They're still gonna stay inside though, because these little guys are not quite ready to hit the winter full speed ahead. So for the winter, they will be in with me. I have 3 different containers that I'm gonna be planting them up in. Ideally, all of my containers would be about this size. So we're looking at about a 4-inch container, and I put way too much dirt in here. I don't want to disrupt the roots too much. So I want a container that I put with some dirt in it, and I have a saucer underneath. It does have drainage holes. You always want to make sure there's drainage holes. Then you're gonna take your little cutting here, and you're just gonna carefully put it in and carefully put some dirt over the roots. And you can go kind of deep on this, that's fine. It's not like one that has to be raised up too high, and I'm gonna gently tamp it down. And there we have our first little cutting, looking so cute there. Now I'm gonna try this container. This is quite shallow, but you know what? These are little guys. Come next spring, I'll be putting them outside, probably in a different container. So I'm not too worried. This just has to get us through the winter. And they do fine, in my opinion, with indirect sunlight. So keeping them on my kitchen counter works great. So I put some in here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take out the little cutting. I wanna make sure that all the roots are buried, and I'm gonna put it towards the edge. So from what I heard from Mal Condon, he has found better success with transplanting little rootings like this, or even starting them from scratch. If you're starting them from scratch, when you put the actual little rootings right up against the edge, because it gives them a little air. And we know that air and water are 2 important things for your little rootings. So I'm going to put it up against the edge, but I'm gonna make sure there's dirt there. It's not like it's floating in the air, but it's gonna help maintain the right amount of moisture right up against the roots. Okay, now these are 2 of the same kind, so I'm putting them in the same pot. They won't stay together forever, but they're far enough away from each other that when I go to divide them and put them in 2 separate pots come next spring, they'll be absolutely fine. There is drainage in here, and I do have a little saucer for underneath. And then my last 2 are gonna go in here. This is a much deeper pot. Not ideal, but it is what I have, so we are going to use it. And this is just an all-purpose potting mix. You can use any potting mix you have. Some people like to mix a little extra perlite in here to sort of add that air in, which some rootings do well with. I've only done it directly into the potting mix, and I've been fine, so I'm sticking with what works. I think that's why there are so many good ways to do things out there. Everybody has the way that's worked for them in the past, and we all want to stick with it because because we don't want to mess up a good thing. But there are many different ways. You can do some perlite. Some people like that for a while. But pretty much everyone does agree that that first winter, especially if you're in a colder area, we're zone 6B, 7A. So it'll be cold. These little roots, they're not very deep. So the soil, like if I put this in the garden, the soil will just freeze down that far. Your hydrangeas do much better with a deeper root. That's why a lot of times, even if you get a 5-gallon hydrangea, you might want to protect it that first year because its roots aren't quite as deep. The deeper the roots are, the more chance you're going to have of it surviving. So we're going to, once again, put it over towards the edge and pat it in. So you can see it's way over there at the edge. I'm going to have to add a little more potting mix. And that is fine. And then you don't want to cause their roots to rot, and that can be one problem when you put them in the potting mixture like this. So don't overwater them, just keep them a little damp. They'll be perfect. Okay, and we'll put them there. I think, oh, they look like very happy little baby hydrangeas. This one here is the unnamed purple one that I have in my backyard that so many of you ask me what kind it is, and I don't know what kind it is, but I'm hoping that this will give me 2 more baby plants. Okay, so we have all of these little hydrangeas all ready to go. So if you took some cuttings with me in the video that I showed you how to cut and initially put them in the water, it's probably about time for you to be checking on them and probably potting them up to their first little pot with the potting mix. And now we're just going to keep them alive through the winter. Come warm weather in the spring, I can put these pots outside, or I could transplant them into another pot, and then they'll live outside next spring, and I will overwinter them in the shed the following winter. So unheated shed, but with a little more protection, because they're probably going to be like in this size pot here. They're still not going to have a huge root base. So we need to make sure that we're protecting them. Now that you've put all this effort in, you don't want to lose them at this stage. It's worth taking that extra time, the extra protection. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.